Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Now today, we have a replay from the man, King Zebor. And King is in his derp Sherman Jumbo, the M4A3E2. He's got 2 marks on it, as you can see there. And he is on Empire's Border? Is that what this shithole map's called? Yeah, Empire's Border, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tier 6s, and obviously 9 tier 5s. 2 Leffes on either team. Look at that. Just pure bullshit. Fucking hell. Anyway, yes. There is a mission to be done. Oh, he's improving his result of MT15. For the T28 HTC, which is to cause 1000 HP of damage to enemy tank destroyers and to destroy 2 enemy tank destroyers. And I guess the improvement is by doing it with honours, where he has to cause damage to 6 enemy vehicles and he has to win a battle by either capping or killing everyone. So yeah, there we are. The Jumbo is a pretty nice tank. As you can see from his health being 730 rather than 760, he does have the stock turret on the Jumbo because it does have thicker armor. It's a stronger turret to use than the upgraded turret, even if you have 30 HP less. You do see quite a few people do this, and yeah, it makes sense to. Because it is actually a very nice turret when it has the thicker armor, because you can B-hole down, which is especially good with the derp gun, as I'm sure we're probably going to see maybe a little bit in this game, even though he is coming up against the KV2R that's around here. But there's a one shot on the ELC, and the KV2 donks his shot into the dirt trying to shoot King rather than going for an easy target. Jesus! That show gave the KV2R a haircut there. He's got a nice fresh trim. And Zebor's pushing up on this KV1 here. The KV1 also has the derp gun equipped. So they're going to have similar reloads, but the KV1 is backing up down the hill. And he actually fucked himself there. He did have a shot if he'd have stayed where he was, but he backed down a bit further. So his gun was pointing in the air, so he can get a return shot on King when King put another one into him. And he's seeing if he can pick him off. Artie's had one. Jesus Christ, that was quite a lucky shot, I would say, there for King. And another one in. Of course, he's not doing a lot of damage with his HE here because he is shooting into the gun mantlet of the KV1, which is the thickest part of its armor. Missed a show on the KV2 because of the rocks, and the T14 bumping King out there could have put him in trouble against this KV2, and it did put him in trouble against the KV2 because he blocked him again when he was trying to reverse. So he's taken 337 from the KV2 when he only did 54 in return. And the Leffe is taking great interest in King here. As we can see from the map, if I pause it here, well, oh no, I'm not going to pause it. I'll let it go because not much is going on. That would make more sense, wouldn't it, John? Yes. As you can see, King's team is kind of lemminged down the 1-2 line, and the enemy team has just had this whole other section of map to go to, so they're going to be capping his base and killing the ally arty. There's a Chaffee that's been camping up there. The Leopard leaves him on 1 HP. That's so unfortunate for that Leopard. And King's coming up here to try and deal with this Cromwell with his allied Hellcat. And as we can see on the map as well, a Type 58 and M4 are going back to deal with the base, which has been attacked by a Hellcat and a T-3485M. The Hellcat just trying to bait this Cromwell round a bit, maybe. And it kind of works, because King is able to put one in there And this Cromwell, he's a good player. He's got 3 marks on his Cromwell, which isn't easy to do. And then he's just fucked it completely, to be honest. But what's also interesting, if we look behind King, there's a T67 and Chaffee still alive. The Chaffee's on 1 HP, and the T67 was there. So they've killed... What the fuck went down there? There was a KV-1, something else, and that Leopard. So that's pretty poor from the team there. This Hellcat is trying to move into position to maybe take out the Chaffee. The T67 actually went underneath him and is going to be coming round behind King, which is a bit dangerous. The Type 58 that went back to defend has died. The M4 has now died as well. But they did take out the T-34-85M. So, the Hellcat is still alive, and he's not really moved too much from his position. The Allied Hellcat, that is. He's now deciding to make his move, but he's just... Is he going to go after the T-67 or the Chaffee? He's going after the T-67. King is making his way round to the cap here for the low HP Hellcat. There he is. He's on 5 HP. They both miss a shot. And that's interesting because King's spotted, and there are 2 Leffes still. The Hellcat, I don't know why he took that shot, but he's now deciding he wants to run away from King. And he's not even really looking at him. King can aim. Oh, and he misses. I was quite surprised he took the shot like that, I'll be honest. I thought he'd have led it a little bit more. And the T-67 on the enemy team has taken out the Allied Hellcat, so it is now a 1v5. What's King going to do? Is he going to chase down this Hellcat, maybe into the gun sights of a Leffe and the Hellcat that's turned around? Oh, the Hellcat was trying to ambush him, but isn't actually doing so. Oh, King shot over the Hellcat, but he manages to ram him to death. 1 Leffe missed. There is another one still to fire. I think that was the first one that fired at him, that had reloaded by that point. And there's the other one. Okay. So, we've seen there was a Leffe over here, and that would make sense for the one that was shooting him when he was engaging the Hellcat. This shell that just landed here must have come from over that way. Oh, that's interesting. So, I'm guessing the enemy Leffe is going to be around F1, and the other one's going to be around where he was last spotted. But either way, the Hellcat's been dealt with. It's now 1v4. There's a T-67 that he knows he's going to come up against. It's about whether he can get an ambush. The T-67 instead ambushes him with APCR. King fires on the move. The T-67 put another one into him. He bounced that one, and I'm pretty sure he bounced that off the turret, which, as we know, is thicker because it's the stock turret and not the upgraded turret. And he hits the T-67 on the move. Monka S! How did that shell hit? The Leffes are failing to do anything. They're just missing every shot, really, which is good news for us and for King. And he's going to make his way around this side. Now, if I was right, and the enemy Leffe... Oh, excuse me. That was a bad time to yawn. I do apologise. If that was the enemy Leffe in F1, if I guess that right, then he should run into the Chaffee and the Leffe, and then it will just be one more Leffe to pick off. But, you know, we'll have to see. You know what? Okay. I was meant to speed that up. Instead, I skipped. You know what? Boom. We're skipping again. King's making his way up to this sort of gap in the wall, I guess. The middle area of the map. Which is a pretty good idea to do. But I find it interesting he's coming this way and not the way that the Chaffee was. Although I guess that seems maybe a bit more of an obvious way to go, given where he was last spotted going after killing the T-67. So this is a good idea. I like this, actually. And you know, you're more likely to spot an RT running through this middle bit or up round here. It's a bit of a surprise route, which is good. You don't want to make your moves too obvious and let the enemy set up an ambush, especially those fucking Leffes, given their view range is better than most tier 10 light tanks, and is better than quite a lot of light tanks, and its stock view range is better than most just normal tier 5s, which is just dumb as fuck. So the fact that he can be outspotted by the Leffes is probably worrying him slightly. But it'll be interesting to see where that Chaffee is. Because the Chaffee didn't get a kill, but all of the tanks that went to kill the Chaffee died by either the Leffe or the T-67. So the Chaffee may well still be where he last was on 1 HP. Now King is trying to decide where he wants to face as for who's coming from where. I think, well, given the Chaffee was last spotted over that side, that might be a good idea. And I'd say sticking close to this inside bit of the cap round here is a good idea. Now, an enemy has just started capping. That's interesting. If it's just one enemy that's gone into the cap, that is dumb as fuck. If there's another one about to join him, then it should be close. And the enemy could possibly win. No, they'd have to draw at this point. But I don't think there's going to be a second person going into the cap for the enemy team. So it looks like King's just going to be able to sit here and cap this game out. I mean, a Kolobanovs is a Kolobanovs. I don't give a fuck how you get them. They're still pretty good to get, you know? And if he's going to pick it up here, then fair play. And I think that'll be the first Kolobanovs that will ever that will have ever been on my channel. And you know what? He's gone and won it. He's gone and won by capping. Bada bing, bada boom. So there you go. King even said himself it wasn't the most impressive Kolobanovs. I mean, hey, a Kolobanovs is a Kolobanovs. You take them where you can get them. And, I mean, it wasn't the most impressive game, obviously. I mean, I think even King would say that himself. But there were some great shots. And there was good map awareness and map reading. Like, he went and dealt with the Cromwell well, then he went back to cap. And then, even if there were some dodgy shots on the Hellcat, and then some dodgy on the move shots on the T-67, you know, I'm pretty sure he deserves to win this game. And, yeah, he did. And hopefully you enjoyed today's replay and today's video. And, well, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.